One of ProView's major strengths is the customization you have over your displays. Here's some example of displays that we've built for real-life applications. You can see that many of these are built for large format screens that you might find hanging in the rafters, down on the plant floor, could be up on the wall. And then pages like this reporting page could be used by a manager or a supervisor, even in their office on their workstation. So now let's jump into a more in-depth example. Here we have a demo project running, and this is a project that we did as sort of a proof of concept for a group that we're working with. And here you can see that there's a very visual large format and on screen showing all sorts of information to people working on the plant floor. You can see along the center here, this represents 10 different stations or zones that you might have in your facility. And then at the top we have OEE calculations and various metrics and KPI values that can be read out. So I'm going to do a few simulations and just show you an example of how these displays can be somewhat modular and kind of change shape depending on the situation. So if you have an event happen, like let's say station 40 has an issue. So station 40 runs out of material. So someone working there might hit a button, or maybe through ProViewDS they might have their own operator screen where they hit a button or do something that triggers this event, and we can send off an alarm showing low material. So you can see the moment that that alarm goes off, the station here changes, and there's color coding associated with all the different alarm codes that are built into this. And then also up above you can see that there's a date timestamp and a text readout showing the issues that are currently active. And as this has priority over the OEE values that we're showing before, we can collapse that section to hide those big dial readouts and instead show this more pressing information. So just to show a few more examples, we could say station 70, maybe station 70 powers off. So again, you can see the alert appear, and you get the text readout up here. And then station 80, we could have maybe a quality alert. So you can have these more visual big box pop-ups appear, and these alerts, as you can see, take precedence over the alerts that they're covering up. So the whole page can be very modular. These boxes here, all of these readouts and indicators and text that you're seeing are all totally customizable, can be moved anywhere around the screen. You can build displays in a grid layout like you see here, or just depending on the situation, depending on the purpose of the screen, it could be built in a different way. So one more example, we have a maintenance call, station 90 over here. So there's another pop-up, so you can see you can have multiple things showing up at once. Once those alerts go away, they clear, and you get your defects showing up again, as they have a priority secondary to those indicators you just saw. And then once all of our other alerts are cleared, we return to normal, and you can get your nice large readouts. So now we can jump into some other screens in the same demo, maybe more geared for an administrator, a supervisor, user. So here you can see we have this dashboard showing all sorts of information from the runtime data that's been collected, but using our built-in data historian and alarms historian, we can do some data aggregation and kind of visualize that information over time. So we can do all sorts of pop-ups and things to help users dive into the information that they're looking at. You can see this page. There's trend chart, bar charts, all sorts of controls that we can include, and all of these have been built totally within the ProViewDS application. So none of the graphics, none of the controls that you're seeing here are imported or brought in any way. This is totally through the ProViewDS engineering environment that this screen has been developed. And all of these pieces and parts are totally customizable. You can set colors to change on the large format screen. So here for each of those stations we've got a readout here. So this would mimic the types of indicators you see on the large format screen, but the page is laid out for more of a point and click interface, or maybe a close-up touch screen. So again, similar look and feel, but much different layout. And then here we have a page that's showing information from our built-in alarms database. So you can bring in these data grids here, very quickly tie them to either a database or, again, our built-in alarms historical information here, so we can look back several days and get all the alarms that have gone off over that date time span. And then also just look at our currently online or our current alarms. You can see right now that there's no alarms are active, which is always a good thing. So again, there's lots of different built-in controls like these tables that can be used on displays, and it's a very simple process to tie these to whatever data. Displays created with ProViewDS can be fully tailored to your environment, from simple readouts to your own custom-made symbols and data reporting dashboards. All this and more is available at your fingertips through the intuitive engineering environment. For more information about ProViewDS or other DYNICS products, visit dynics.com or contact us at sales@dynics.com.